Get Rich Slow with John Wolf. Hey, today I want to talk to you about a little known, kind of unique program in Oregon called Oregon Bond. And mostly I think it is a big distraction, but we should talk about it because a lot of people point at it and think it's a lot of things it's not. So, first of all, what is Oregon Bond? So, Oregon Bond is several actually different sub-loan programs that let you get an FHA or a conventional loan. There's a VA version, but ODVA is way better than that anyway, so just forget about that. Which lets you get a lower interest rate, but not for free. And the fine print on this is a doozy. So first of all, there is not a down payment assistance version of this whatsoever. There's what's called a rate advantage and a cash advantage. The rate advantage gives you a normally lower than market interest rate. Right now, interest rates are super low, unprecedented, but if we just go back in time to like January, it was a great interest rate. And most of the time, for most of the next 10 years, it probably will be a great interest rate. But it is not free, and that is important to talk about. So you can either do an FHA, 3.5% down, or a conventional, and they only allow 20% or more down. Now, having a home loan program that's designed to help first-time home buyers who are at less than great means buy a home and requiring 20% down makes absolutely no sense to me. No idea why that exists. But the FHA version, at least it has a perfect purpose to exist. Now, I told you that it had a cash advantage or a rate advantage. So let's talk first about the cash advantage. So what they're going to do is they're going to charge actually a very big upfront fee that you have to pay for upfront, and they are going to give you money for closing costs, but not for the down payment. Now, this is sort of a solution in search of a problem, because if you have the right property and a good real estate agent, you can get the seller to pay all of your non-down payment closing costs. So at that point, I don't really know what the advantage of cash advantage is. But there's rate advantage, and that does give you a substantially below normal market interest rates. Now, right now we're not in a normal market, so the normal interest rates are really very, very, very close to that. Now, here's downside number one, and then there's downside number two. So almost everybody who does this program is going to do the 3.5% down FHA. And FHA has an upfront fee of 1.75% that's rolled into the loan. So if you get a loan of $100,000 for the purchase of a home after your down payment, the actual loan amount is going to be $101,750, 1.75%. Now, this Oregon Bond charges an upfront fee in closing costs of 1.75% again. So to figure out the total closing cost plus $1,000. So your total closing cost for the loan itself for an FHA loan on Oregon Bond is going to be the loan amount minus the down payment times 1.75 times 1.75 again. You add up both of those 1.75s, and then it's going to be $1,000 more than that. And then you get all the normal loan fees. But the loan fee itself is $1,000 plus the 1.75, but you apply that after the first 1.75 is already added onto the loan. That is a really, really high loan fee. I would never, generally speaking, recommend somebody pay 1.75 points to get a home loan. It just does not make sense generally. So that's the first thing. Then you may actually have to pay all the money back. What do I mean? Well, that 1.75% upfront fee, that once you do the home loan, that money is gone forever. But the program has a very complicated series of charts about recapture. What's recapture? Okay, so it's very complicated, the exact numbers, but basically if you get an Oregon Bond loan and then you meet some other criteria, if you want to refinance or sell your home anytime in the first 9 years, they apply a formula. And if you are now outside of the parameters of that formula, you will have to pay a percentage of the entire loan amount back to Oregon Bond. And it can easily be way more than you ever benefited. So this program could actually result in a very real loss up to every dollar of profit you get from selling your house. I mean, that's painful. So it is possible, although complicated and I would say a bit unlikely, that if you bought with Oregon Bond and then you sold your home 5 years later and you sold your home for $20,000 more than you bought it for, you may actually have to give Oregon Bond all of that $20,000 back. Ooh, that hurts, doesn't it? So that's why I'm not super excited about Oregon Bond. And honestly, with interest rates right now, I can pretty well match Oregon Bond fee for fee, but I have no way of taking the $20,000 from you later and wouldn't want to. So we can beat Oregon Bond under the Oregon Bond rules if you would like us to most of the time. So anyways, if you want that home loan or another home loan, please feel free, like, share, subscribe to my channel. If you think you could use help with a home loan in Oregon and Washington, that's how I take care of my family. Have an awesome day. Bye.